You don't remember party rings? One of my all-time favourite snacks. Hey guys. See, I told you guys that I got you lot with the consistency, you get me? This is top tier content. Anyways guys, hi. Today I'm gonna do a video. I'm basically gonna tell you guys about the top 10 all-time favourite shows, and these are like my must watch. Like, you must watch at least 10 out of 10 of these shows you must watch. So without further ado, let's jump straight into the video. Start with Orange is the New Black. I watched Orange is the New Black, I think I was quite young actually. How long has Orange is the New Black been out? I don't know, but I was so young when I watched this. Like, I'm sure it was like maybe 15 or 16. But I remember watching this. I just clicked on it on Netflix and I had no idea what it'd be about. But like, the synopsis does not prepare you for the series. Like, I think there was, how many seasons? I think 7. The synopsis does not prepare you for all 7 of those seasons. Literally, there were so many plot twists. There was so many... What I really liked about Orange is the New Black is the fact that it had so much cultural representation. There was white people, obviously white Americans. There was the Mexican, like Hispanic representation, and loads of black representation. And I also love the fact that it was mainly women or people who identified as women. There was LGBTQ representation. It was very inclusive. I loved it. The storyline and the plots, I loved it. It's a top tier show. I think towards the end of the series, like I think maybe season 6 or 7, it was not that great, I'm not gonna lie, but like the first 3 seasons were amazing. So second on the list is Prison Break. Prison Break, I feel like, is even in a league of its own. If you've watched Prison Break or even started Prison Break, you'll know what I'm talking about. Like, it's not just the story writing, but it's the thought that goes into each episode. Like, you can tell that the writer or writers really, like, they put their all into this show. It kept you on edge. There was so many plot twists. It even like helped to like expose the prison system as corrupt. Like, majority of the show is not actually about prison. It's more about the systems surrounding prison and like people in government and how they basically use their power to like put people in prison, especially people that are trying to expose them. So I loved that show. Again, there was like lots of representation, Hispanic, white. Even though the protagonist is white, I felt like there was still like representation of like black people, Hispanic people, and the main character is just chef's kiss. I might even add his picture here. He is chef's kiss. Like, Wentworth Miller is gorgeous. I'm gonna blush. He's gorgeous. Designated Survivor. Now, I haven't finished Designated Survivor, but I started watching it. Like, I was just bored one day and I was like, let me just watch it. And I started watching it and it was amazing. It was kind of like, if you've watched Scandal, I think it might also be similar to House of Cards, but I have yet to watch that. I have not watched House of Cards, but if you've watched Scandal, it's kind of like that. It's a political drama. This show also keeps you on the edge, and you know, I feel like it also had equal representation of people in the White House. Well, the representation you would expect to see in that type of environment anyways. Plot twist after plot twists. And one thing about political dramas is that it's still realistic, so you can actually imagine these things going on behind the scenes. Still yet to finish it. Dead to Me on Netflix, so it was like a 2-season series. I think they're even bringing out a 3rd season. No, so it was 1 season, then they've brought out a 2nd season, and I think they're going to bring out a 3rd season. It was really funny. Like, it was quite light-hearted, you know, and I like that it showed different the way that different people grieve, because we always look at grief in one way, but like, it just shows how different people react to grief, but at the same time it was quite funny. It was really light-hearted. Obviously female lead characters, And on top of that, it was kind of like a mystery as well, and I love crime, I love mystery, so it had that little element to it as well, which I love. RuPaul's Drag Race. If you know me, you know I love my competition shows. I watch Project Runway, America's Next Top Model, Britain's Next Top Model. I don't think I've watched Australia's Next Top Model, but when I was younger, these were all the shows that I was into. Total Wipeout. Like, I love competition shows. I watched from the first season, so it showed like the evolution of makeup, like how makeup has improved and how it's gotten better, how techniques have changed and stuff like that. Obviously drag makeup is substantially different to normal makeup, but it still shows how far we've come in terms of not just makeup but styling, fashion, things that are on trend. It represents drag for what it is, which is an art form. Like, they take drag so seriously, not just the contestants but the different judges that are on there, and it is like, drag is an art form. Like, I think before I started watching RuPaul's Drag Race, I don't think I really appreciated drag for the art form that it is. I would just see people in drag without knowing like how much goes on behind the scenes for them to look that good. I love RuPaul's Drag Race. The newest seasons I have not caught up on. I think the last 2 or 3 seasons I've not caught up on, but literally I'm a Drag Race fan. Law and Order SVU. So if you know me, you know I love crime, anything crime related. I think with Law and Order, it talks about so many issues might not hear about on other shows. It talks about the rape culture, because obviously in the Special Victims Unit they mainly deal with like children and like victims of sexual crimes. They talk about rape culture. They address quite a few things within the society that enable rape culture. They talk about FGM, they talk about child abuse, and they do all of this whilst being storytelling, and whilst it's still a gripping show, it's still interesting to watch. So love that show so much. Gossip Girl. Everyone knows about Gossip Girl. If you watched Pretty Little Liars, you've definitely watched Gossip Girl. I personally feel like Gossip Girl is better than Pretty Little Liars. Pretty Little Liars dragged. Gossip Girl, I think, finished on a fantastic note. I wish it didn't finish, in my humble opinion. It's basically about the Lower East Side of New York, I think, and the Upper East Side of New York. So basically 2 different like social classes, obviously the rich and the poor, or should I say like the elite and the working class. Obviously they all go to a private school in the Upper East Side, and it's basically like, it basically just shows how their worlds collide. And for me, I feel like it was quite realistic, even though it was a show and like there were so many plot twists and like it was really interesting. It's so realistic because I feel like kids don't really recognize social class. Well, obviously in Gossip Girl, like social class was a big thing, but like regardless of social class, I think it just pointed out that people will end up mixing eventually. Like, we will always come across people of different classes in life. But yeah, I spoke about the secrets amongst them and just all these scandals, and it was just, yeah, like it was lit. I've rewatched it I think like 5 times, and it's really long, so for me to rewatch it, you know that it's a good show. It's 6 seasons I think, and I've rewatched it 5 times, all 6 seasons. Ratchet on Netflix, I watched that recently. Amazing show. Like, it was so weird. I like crime and I like mystery and a bit of horror and thriller. It was such a weird but gripping show. It had Sarah Paulson in it, and Sarah Paulson is gay, and in the series she's also gay. Set way back in like the 60s, I want to say, maybe 70s. That was also a very female-led show. There was mainly women as the leads. Plot twists was crazy, and the ending was even crazier, and I feel like the ending just suited the whole entire series. I hate obviously finishing a series that's so good, but I like it when it ends on a good note. That was good. I enjoyed the end. I enjoyed the whole series as well as the ending, but I'm hearing that they're gonna add another season, which I'm so happy about. Inbetweeners. If you are English, there's no way you cannot watch The Inbetweeners. The Inbetweeners is peak British humour. I'm gonna see if I can try like, insert some scenes.
It's the four of us, the lads, a tent and a load of beers.
Sounds like a bent version of Brokeback Mountain.
Which would be a heterosexual version.
Is this like a posho's tradition? Did your mates do the same thing for you when you left Hogwarts?
No, they didn't.
Oh, right. Well, I'm up for it.
Inbetweeners makes me laugh so much. Like, I don't know if I've ever watched a show that makes me laugh as much as I've laughed when I've watched Inbetweeners. I feel like it's quite a feel-good program. Like, watch it when you're down or when you're bored. Like, I can rewatch Inbetweeners so many times, and they've got 2 movies as well alongside the series. Scream the series. Now, someone told me about Scream, the series. Obviously everyone's watched the film, the horror film, but there was a series developed, and it was basically like a mystery slash horror series, and I quite liked it. Like, it was very again, it had some crazy plot twists. It was very jumpy, like very jumpy. Sometimes I couldn't sleep after watching an episode, and the show just kept me gripped basically till the end. Like I said, this is another series I didn't really want to end. I think the first season there was 1 mystery to be solved, and the second season another mystery to be solved. I don't think there was a 3rd season, but I finished the whole thing, so I would definitely rewatch it if I didn't remember the ending. But I mean, that doesn't make sense because there's other shows that I would rewatch. But anyways, I just would like another season to come out. Thank you guys for watching this short but sweet video. I hope you guys actually watch these shows. These are my top 10 must-watch shows. I hope you guys liked this video, and like I said, let me know in the comments below if there's any of these shows you've watched already. Let me know if you guys liked it, if you guys didn't like it. Let me know again what type of videos you guys want from me. I'm gonna put my social media in the description box below, so you can DM me any ideas you have of any videos you want me to do. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.